afternoon, everyone. My name is Cindy Bowling. Today I'm doing my last presentation for you. And today it's going to be on being an SRO is the best job in law enforcement. When I started law enforcement back in 2012, I didn't care what job I had to do to get my foot in the door. I started out working in the jail for a very large correctional facility. A large county that had a large correctional facility that even housed up to 100 federal inmates and hundreds of regular state and county inmates. I knew I could make a difference in their lives. So I started out working swing shifts where I would work 4 12-hour nights in a row. Then I would be off 3 days. I'd work 3 days in a row. I'd be off 1. I'd work 3 more nights in a row. And then I'd be off 3 days, work 4 more 12-hour day shifts to be off 7. My body could not get adjusted to this. It was mentally and physically exhausting to me. I dreaded and hated going to work. Today, being a school resource officer, I primarily work the same schedule as my own children and my husband. And I get to make a difference in children's lives and their parents' lives. When we love the job that we do, we are able to look at the positive things that we do in our job and have our part in our job. As you can see here, I have pictures with kiddos, pictures with parents, pictures with a Christmas tree showing that I enjoy my job. As a school resource officer, you're able to touch so many lives. You're also able to have a positive influence on children at a very young age. You get to help build better relationships between the public and law enforcement. As you can see, with me, the art teacher, and a child who's dressed up as me. You also see my husband and their children. Now we're going to look at how SRO came about in law enforcement to protect and educate the school resource officer and the prevention of violence in schools. In the late 1950s, officers were placed in the schools to help build relationships between the public and law enforcement, and it started out in Michigan. SROs didn't become widespread until the late 1990s, and this came about for concerns of the safety of students and staff after 2 nationally known school shootings. What is a school resource officer? A school resource officer, also known as SRO, is carefully selected, specifically trained, properly equipped law enforcement officer with sworn authority, trained in school-based law enforcement and crisis response, and assigned by an employing law enforcement agency to work closely with 1 or more schools using a community-oriented policing concepts. What are some reasons SROs are valuable for students and schools? Prevention of or minimization of property damage in the schools or surrounding areas. Prevention of student injuries and even death due to violence or drug overdoses, or etc. Reduction of the need of schools to call 911. Reduction of the likelihood that a student will get a criminal record. Increase of the likelihood that students, particularly those with the mental health issues, will get the help they need from social services and healthcare systems. Increase in feelings of safety among students and staff. Tennessee mandates that all SROs must be post-certified sworn officers of law enforcement agency within their jurisdiction. Other things officers do are being an educator to students about things from drugs to bullies to safety of firearms, along with being mentors, helpers, community liaisons, and enforcers of the law. As you can see, I'm in a pre-K class. I'm giving a presentation on gun safety to a class, and I'm also giving another presentation over here about bullying to a class. Now, we will discuss why being an SRO is the best job in law enforcement, in my opinion. As you can see, teaching littles. Again, I've got kids who want to be just like me. I'm their hero. Get to go to work with children on a daily basis. Get to be the one who ensures these children are safe and feel safe coming to school to learn. As my husband's quote, every child deserves to grow up in a safe community, to have a future filled with opportunity and with hope and a loving family. Make sure the children are safe, even at home. And if they're not, then do what needs to be done to help protect them. Make a difference in a child's life. That's huge for me. Show how children that they are loved. Show the children that they're loved every day. Hope more people understand the need and understanding of an SRO. At a homecoming with my husband here, me over here trying to round up a stray horse on school property. Being a school resource officer is the best job in law enforcement. You see, we have fun, but we're also serious when we need to be. You get to touch so many lives on a daily basis as being an SRO. SROs get to protect many lives while still enforcing the law, such as county elementary school student charged with mass violence on school property, protecting the children and the lives of others.